aims to engage each and every one of our community members through celebration, education, mindfulness, and just fun in general. And if there's something that you'd like to share, or something that you'd like to learn, or that you're curious about, you can reach out and we'll do our best to include your topics in the upcoming segments and videos. So if you'd like to contribute any videos or audio clips, you can email me at mbazil@congdonstreet.org, and the email will be in the description of the video as well. Or you can just leave a comment on the video and we'll reach out to you. So today we have a little mindfulness meditation, as well as some really cool tidbits from one of our deacons, Deacon Price, on some of the history of Providence. So, without further ado, we'll jump into today's little segment. Alright, thanks for joining. Alright, so we'll get started with an adapted meditation. So, with your eyes open or closed, become aware of your breath. Often the act of simply noticing changes the breath, but see if you can allow yourself to be present with the breath as it currently is, without judgment. What do you notice about the quality of your breathing? Notice if you're breathing through the mouth or through the nose. Notice the breath is short or long, shallow or deep. Is there a difference between the length of the breath in and the length of the breath out? Allow breath to be just as it is, as you take a moment to listen to yourself. What is it that you find? At first, silently saying words to yourself like short, shallow, gasping, or rough, uneven, hurried. Over time, as you practice this meditation, you might drop the words and just feel. And then intentionally, purposefully, breathe in and out through your nose if you're not already. And take 3 full, relaxing, exhale breaths. 1 long breath in to prepare, and then a long, full breath out. 2 more. Easy and patient breath in, full and relaxed breath out. And last one. Deep, slow breath in, and breathe all the way out. Continue to breathe through your nostrils, steadily and patiently. And now turn your attention to the body itself. Notice what's present in the body. Tightness, any pain, discomfort. Are there areas of softness, spaciousness, or joy? Stay curious and open to sensation, free from self-criticism, and allow whatever sensation you notice in the body to be here with you. And if a particular sensation or area of the body is speaking to you, let's go to it. Go to it with your attention and awareness. Ask what it's trying to say. Move towards this area with curiosity and with openness, open to whatever it has to tell you, and be fully accepting of the sensation in this moment. And then silently describe to yourself what you're feeling. Perhaps the sensation has a temperature, a warmth, or a coldness. Perhaps there's a color, a shape, or a size, and if you feel nothing, notice that too. Take note. Whether you feel something or not, remain open to the possibility that whatever you're feeling may change. You may even feel it changing right here and right now as you try to describe the sensation, as you observe it and attempt to give it form. Whether it's changing or not, whether we notice sensation in the body or not, we have noticed something, and we've learned a little more about ourselves. So again, intentionally, purposefully, we'll take 3 full relaxing exhale breaths. 1 long breath in to prepare, and then a long full breath out. 2 more. Easy and patient breath in, full and relaxed breath out. And last one. Deep, slow breath in, and breathe all the way out. Having checked in with body and breath, notice how your state of mind is. What thoughts and emotions are present? And do you relate these thoughts and emotions to either the quality of your breath or to the physical sensations in your body? You may or may not. But notice without judgment if there are certain thought patterns at play in the mind. Continue to stay open and curious and allow for whatever is present. Welcome it in and ask what it's trying to teach you. This exercise here is not about self-criticism or self-blame. The exercise here is to simply notice, to acknowledge anxiety or anything else that's present, to allow it to be present, and to give it space. To give it the space to move and to change. Often our breath, our body, our minds know far more than we do about what will bring calm in their own way. They're trying to teach us. Always about how to find freedom and joy. So ask what the breath, the body, and the mind are trying to tell you, and then listen. Listen with an open curiosity, listen without expectation, and listen with love in your heart.
Morning, church. I was just through my heart, I want to do something a little bit different. I know we hear things about Black and Brown Lives Matter and what we're going through in society. But we've always mattered, and we've always had each other back. Soon you'll see a picture showing on your screen. It'll be Troop 42, a Boy Scout troop that existed in Providence from the late 1960s to the early 1980s. And this was a Boy Scout troop of young African American men and young African American boys in the worst part of Providence, the worst part of poverty. It was things like people on Prairie Avenue, people on Cranston Street, people on Durbus Avenue, people in the projects. And we always had that negative connotation with us because we were young black men, but it isn't so. As you see in the picture, there's about 30 young men going to the Boy Scout Jamboree in Pennsylvania in 1973. Let me tell you what happened to some of these young men who were supposedly the worst of the worst. I'm just going to name some of my buddies here who are in that picture. My buddy Mark is in the picture. He's a cameraman for Mohegan Sun. He does the basketball team and he does the events that they have, the concerts that they have at Mohegan Sun. And Bill in the picture, he was the first black Eagle Scout in 25 years to come out of that troop. So in 1975, when he made Eagle Scout, there hadn't been a black male made Eagle Scout since 1950. And he also went to RISD and got his degree. Austin's in the picture. He went to the University of Hartford and got his degree. George, he's in the picture. He was a minister down in Atlanta before his passing. Kevin, my brother's in the picture. He's a VA nurse and he works with young people and veterans for outreach. Tommy's in the picture. And the last time I seen Tommy, I was picking up someone to take them to church. He was across the street picking up one of his church members to take to church. Thank God for that. Greg's in the picture. He was a Providence policeman. Keith served in the U.S. Army and still serving. My nephew Ricky is in the picture. He's a deacon down in Georgia. Brian is in the picture. Brian is a makeup artist who won an Academy Award for his team when they did the makeup for one of the Star Trek movies. So when people tell you you can't, or when people tell you you're too black, or when people say that because you're male and you came up in poverty and maybe a one-parent family or you don't have the education, we don't listen to any of that. We know we can do better. We know those 3 Scoutmasters in that picture, they slowed their life down to support us. They were all educated black men, college graduates, and to see that was a good example for us young boys. And as I read off most of the names that I've kept in touch with out of that group, they're doing something with their lives, they're doing well, and they're stepping up, and they're stepping out. So we thank God for what people have done in the past, and now it's our turn to lift up our generation, whether it's the men taking care of the boys or the women taking care of the young ladies. It can happen, it does happen, and we don't listen to everything we hear on the news, we don't believe it all. We know God is in charge, and these were godly men who stopped and took some time for us and lifted us up. So I just thank you, and I just wanted to have this moment so you know what's going on, and this is what's reality, not what we always hear on the news. Thank you, God bless.